There's a quote that resonates deeply with me tonight, here in the land of the baobab and protea. When the roots are deep, there's no reason to fear the wind. Our roots, nourished over 3 decades of cooperation, are indeed strong. They are grounded in mutual respect, shared values, and bold commitment to progress. Because of these roots, we stand tall, ready to face the wind of these geopolitical, really problematic times. And we've been thinking in the International Department of a strategy to really deprioritize and prioritize the strategy to what are these changes are showing. And I think that's really important to see that we have common partnerships to even the way for these very complex changes. As we look ahead, let us remember the challenges we face, be in pandemics, climate change, and technological upheaval, do not stop at any border. Neither should our determination, our curiosity, and our compassion. The next 30 years will ask us to be even braver, even more creative, and even more united. They will ask us to raise the next generation of scientists, entrepreneurs, and leaders here in South Africa, but also in Germany and across the globe. Let's keep nurturing what we have built together. Let's honor the pioneers who brought us here and encourage 2 young minds who will carry out to look forward and do our work in the future. Together, Germany and South Africa have shown what is possible when nations work hand in hand. And together we will continue to shape our common future that is innovative and inclusive and resilient in these changing times.
Tonight, indeed, is not the only celebration. It marks the start of a year of celebration of this very unique partnership and cooperation between South Africa and Germany. Later this year, our Minister, His Excellency Professor Nzimande, very much looks forward to honor the invitation which Minister Bear extended to him in November to visit Germany for a formal celebration event. And my first task this evening, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, is also to bring you the good wishes from Minister Nzimande and his appreciation for this collaboration. And I also bring in the wishes of my Director General, Dr. Celeb. So there's a whole series of events being planned for this year, for which tonight is the start. But you may ask yourself, so why celebrate? I think it's important in life to celebrate. It's important to cherish the good news, especially when there are some other news items which may not be so encouraging. So we want to take a step back tonight and reflect on that which is good and which is positive. And I think it was already symbolic that one of the very first partnerships concluded at the time was the formalization of collaboration in science, technology, and innovation between South Africa and Germany. Because before that, and very rightfully so, because of the apartheid regime, of course, South Africa was excluded of international science collaboration. So that role about how enabling South Africa to re-enter global science has been extremely important.
The WRC is also a proud partner of Germany through when we signed the partnership, it was still BMBF, but it was through a program that is called the Water Security in Africa program. The WRC joined during the first phase, which ended in 2023, but we're not a partner per se. We're just an advisory to 3 of the South African projects. In the first phase, we had 13 projects supported, 11 with South African partners, which shows the interest from South Africa. And in the phase 2 that we are part of as the WRC and also co-funding successful South African projects, we are funding together with BMFDI, 7 projects in total, 5 are with South African. So the phase 2 is supporting collaboration between South Africa and other Southern Africa, Angola, Botswana, Namibia, Zambia, and so forth. And we are really happy with the partnership so far. I sit in the board of WASA because we have a board that advises the program as to how we should move forward. We would like to see it going forward. So I'm pleading with the Germans to say, let phase 2 not be the last one, because I think this program has proven itself that it's worthy and it's working. So I hope that in the board and other structures, we'll discuss how we take this program forward.
We are graciously hosted through the campus, through the Science Diplomacy Capital for Africa. And I want to say a few words about the Science Diplomacy Capital for Africa. And I think today marks more than just a celebration between our countries. It reflects a shared commitment to science, technology, and innovation in an era that's defined by rapid and complex global changes. Science diplomacy ultimately offers us a powerful pathway for cooperation, but also to navigate some of the uncertainties we face. And in 2022, our visionary DDG, and through our minister, launched something called the Science Diplomacy Capital for Africa. And basically, it was launched with the aim of promoting science collaboration and cooperation within South Africa, but also across the African continent and with our international partners. For many of the diplomatic community based in Swane, in Pretoria, we probably have the highest number of diplomatic missions, embassies, etc., international organizations, government in Swane. So it provided the perfect melting pot to set up the Africa Science Diplomacy Capital, to have these conversations, so basically serving as a convening hub between scientists, policymakers, diplomats, also providing a policy interface. We've seen in the last few years around COVID and the important role that science advice has played, but also a broker for international partnerships. And I think the fact that we are here today celebrating the 30 years of partnership shows how science diplomacy has evolved through the years.